Okay, I'm going to tell you what I know now about the Nashville number system. First thought of by the lead singer of the Jordanaires most famous, I think, for their work with Elvis Presley. They sung backing vocals for Elvis Presley for years. And the leader of this singing group got well over arriving to sessions with his beautiful charts handwritten for his singers in a certain key, only to have the artist or the producer change the key, in which case he'd have to go and write them all again in a different key. He had the genius idea of, what if I could assign a note as a number? So if I was in the key of C, for instance, the C would be the 1, the D would be the 2, the E the 3, F 4, G 5, A 6, B 7, and we're back to the 1. And then if he wrote a triad for his singers of C, E and G, a major triad, and the key was changed, say to D, the 1, 3, 5 would still be relevant. He didn't have to change a thing. If they were numbers, he could go to any key. So this then got further complicated with the fact, with the theoretical fact that to stay within the key of C, one chord is a major chord. Using the notes in this scale, all white notes of course, the D is a minor, the 2 is a minor, the E, the 3 is a minor, the 4, the F, a major, the G is a major, the 6, the A is a minor, the 7 is a diminished. Now what makes a diminished chord? It's when you flatten the 3 and the 5th. So we're talking about a B. Here's a major B. You flatten the 3rd, becomes a minor B. You flatten the 5th, becomes a diminished. And then you're back to the C. And this was so for every key. For instance, let's look at G. The G scale has an F sharp in it, of course. So, if we're in the key of G, the 1 would be a major, the 2 would be a minor, the 3, the B minor, because we need that F sharp, the 4, the C is a major, the 5, the D is a major, because there's the F sharp, the 6 is a minor, and the 7 is a diminished. Then we're back to G. And this works in every key. Major, minor, minor, major, major, minor, diminished. So I hope that makes some sense to you. Now, the next thing to think about when people started to use charts for musicians was, if I wanted to write a 7 chord, theoretically speaking, it should be a major 7, because there's the 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And there's a C major and a 7. But generally when we see C7 chords, they're considered to be dominant 7 chords. So it became quite common to write a major 7, C major 7 if you wanted that, and just a C7, it was understood to be a dominant 7, in other words the B flat in the key of C. And likewise, if you wanted a 2 chord, which theoretically is a D minor, it's now accepted that a 2 chord would be a D major, unless otherwise instructed as a minor, a 2 minor. And so it went from chord to chord and from key to key. It was a genius idea. There's lots of musicians using this, And you'll hear me talk a lot in my lessons about moving a 1 to a 4 chord to a 5 chord. And so now you know how to decode that kind of information.